and welcome to Rathods IES. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 30th December 2023. So first of all, we are going to take Delhi edition of Hindu newspaper and we are going to pick out the articles which are important and relevant from our examination point of view. And after that, we are going to see in how many dimensions we can think about that topic. And I will let you know even how question will be asked in prelims and as well as mains. Okay, so if time permits, I will be also trying to provide you daily quiz questions at the end of this class. Okay, so you can try them. So now let us see the front page of Hindu. And the first important article, it is about ULFA. So first important topic, it is about ULFA. So title says that Centre and Assam signed peace pact with ULFA faction. So this article is very important. So now let us see the dimensions, okay, from this article point of view. So first it is talking about ULFA. So it is talking about ULFA. So you have to know about full form. So why full form? If you are preparing for other competitive examinations like state service examinations, etc., so you will be getting questions on this full forms also. So you have to know that full form and you have to see like what is this ULFA organization? What is this? And you have to see background. So when it was formed. And you have to know what is the issue with this ULFA. And you have to know why this peace pact. So why we need this peace pact. And whenever you are talking about any peace pact, you have to see what are the key provisions of that pact. So overall, this article is important from your internal security, this internal security will comes under your GS paper 3. So this internal security, it is part of your mains, not from your prelims. But there is a chance of getting question in your prelims also because you have to follow national and international news, right? So here from facts point of view, you can expect a prelims based question. So how you can expect a mains based question is like the statement will be given by UPSC. So recently central government and Assam government came up with a peace pact with ULFA. So what will be the impact? So like that you can get a mains based questions. So especially in mains you can get analysis based question. But in prelims you can get facts based question. So all these are the important dimensions that you have to see. And here you have to also can add about issue called as impact. And even you can talk about what is the significance of this peace deal. Okay, and even how this issue will be having impact on other states of Northeast India also. So all these are very important dimensions. I hope you are getting points, yes or no? If you are getting points, please let me know your name and which state you are from. Okay. So that's all in the front page. So in the city page there is one article. It is about compensation scheme for victims of lynching gets LG's approval. So here this article is important from polity point of view and even society point of view. Okay. So here this article is talking about lynching. So now let us pick out some important points which are relevant from examination point of view from this article and we are going to see the dimensions. Okay. So a Lieutenant Governor has approved an amendment to Delhi Victims Compensation Scheme. So it is talking about Delhi Victims Compensation Scheme 2018 and this scheme with this amendment is going to provide ex gratia for those who are affected or attacked by this mob violence and lynching. So actually, according to this amendment, so the definition of this word victim in the scheme includes the guardian or the legal heir of a person who has suffered loss, injury or death in mob lynching or mob violence. And a victim relief was proposed to the victim within the 30 days of incident. They have to get this ex gratia. Okay, so here now let us see some important dimensions. So this second article is talking about mob lynching. So do you know about the meaning of this mob lynching, yes or no? Okay. So if you don't know about this mob lynching, around 2020-2021, there are lots and lots of videos they had been circulated in social media and even in WhatsApp also. So lots and lots of videos they had been circulated, like, so one man it is who is killing cattle or like killing cow, but other people they are coming and beating him, or there's allegations like so and so group of people they are committing this abduction of children, and wherever that community is present, so the people are coming and beating them, and finally they are beating them to death also. That condition is called as mob lynching. So it is creating communal violence. It is creating communal violence in the society, and one important reason here is misinformation. That too because of rapid spread of misinformation. So whenever this mob lynching is happening, yes, it is like a crime. So because of this, here whatever the scheme which is focusing on providing of ex gratia for the people, so now this mob lynching is also added. Mob lynching is also added, and for that government said that ex gratia to be given, and this ex gratia is to be given within 30 days of incident. So here what are the important dimensions that you have to think? So you have to think about some other dimensions like what is this mob lynching exactly, and you have to see what are the causes of this mob lynching. So what are the impact? So what is the impact? So what is the way forward? And you have to see even what are the steps. What are the steps taken by the government to address this issue of mob lynching. So all these are very important from your mains. Okay, so these are some dimensions that you have to think about, and what are the articles that you are seeing now that you can add as a case study or your example to substantiate your arguments. Okay, so this is about this second article, and let us move on. Okay, so here there is one article that is about Odisha Zoo to get African lion cheetah from Dubai Park. So here this article is important from our environment and ecology. Okay, so this article is important from environment and ecology. So this article is talking about relocation of animals. Okay, relocation of animals from one habitat to another habitat. So actually recently we came up with this project called as reintroduction of cheetah. Okay, recently we came up with this project of reintroduction of cheetah. Okay, that too from South Africa and Namibia to India. So this is the first project of reintroduction of animals. And now we are having the second project, that is reintroduction of cheetah Okay, from Dubai. Now Dubai to India. So in this context, what you have to see? You have to see some important facts. For example, why we need this project? Why or what is the need of this project? So what will be the impact on ecosystem and as well as biodiversity? So what will be the impact on ecosystem and biodiversity? So whether it will be sustainable in the long run or not. And one more important thing here is, so we got 20 cheetahs from this Africa, but out of this 6 dead. Out of this 6 dead. So because of this, whenever we are getting these animals from one country to another country, whether they will be adapted to the new environment or not. So this is a big question. So all these things are very important, and even you have to see now to which national park. So they are going to be transferred. That is very, very important. Okay. So now let us move on. Yes, now you can see here one important article, that is 11th century Jain sculpture discovered in Mysore district. So this article is talking about Jain sculpture. So this is very important. Why? Because you will be reading art and culture. Yes or no? Art and culture. It is one of the important subject for your UPSC mains and as well as prelims. So from this art and culture point of view, you will be studying about art and architecture. Art and architecture from prehistoric times to modern times. So in this context, you have to know about art and architecture of Vedic period, IVC, Buddhism, Jainism, Mauryans, post-Mauryans, Kushnas, Guptas, etc. So this article, it is related to art and architecture of Jainism. Okay, we are going to talk about Jain sculpture. So you have to know like to which school it is belongs to. If you talk about schools of architecture, so we have different schools. Okay, for example, we have Gandhara, Mathura, we have Amaravati, we have Sarnath, okay, etc. So you have to know what are the difference between each and everything, like which king patronized, and you have to see the time period, in which area, so which religion. So all these are very, very important, and we are going to see about in detail regarding this Jain sculpture and what are the even the special features. So all these things are very important. And now let us move back. And you can directly move on to this editorial page. So in this editorial page, we are going to discuss two important articles. So this article, it is about disaster. It is important from your GS paper 3. under disaster management. So here you have to see what is the criteria to get the funds, because already you know that due to this cyclone Mekong, I will tell you. Okay, due to this cyclone Mekong, now we are going to talk about Tamil Nadu state. So please let me know how many of you are from Tamil Nadu. So how many of you have experienced this cyclone Mekong? So what happened? So this Tamil Nadu, which is in a disastrous position now. Okay, it is in a disastrous position. So if you are talking about the issue here, because of this cyclone Mekong, it affected most of this coastal part of Tamil Nadu, and this southern part of Tamil Nadu has been affected once again because of this retreating monsoon. So what is the issue now? So issue here is Tamil Nadu says that central government need to release funds. So these funds can be used for rehabilitation, reconstruction. This can be used for rehabilitation as well as reconstruction. So this is the thing which mainly said, and here you have to see some analysis based points. So what is this National Disaster Management Authority? So what is this National Disaster Management Fund? And what is the process? Okay, so what is the process? So here these are the some important things. And this topic is important from your disaster management, which comes under GS paper 3. And next topic is also very important. It is about people with disability. It is talking about people with disability, and you have to see what are the challenges faced by these people and what is the global data, and even you can see like what are the important steps that can be taken. That is way forward. And even you have to see one important scheme which is associated with this people with disabilities. So all these things are very important. You can leave this ground zero. Today is Saturday, because of this there is no op-ed page. Yes, next one more important topic, it is ISRO all set to launch XPOSat 10 other payloads on January 1st. On New Year, so ISRO going to have a good start with this launch of XPOSat and as well as 10 other payloads. So you have to see some facts regarding this XPOSat. So ISRO, following a landmark 2023, will ring with a new year with this launch of this PSLV C58. So this is called as XPOSat, that means X-ray polymeter satellite. X-ray polymeter satellite. And not only this, even 10 other small payloads and rocket which will be scheduled, okay, on this January 1st. So ISRO's PSLV C58 mission to launch this XPOSat satellite to the eastwards of low inclination orbit. Okay, so after injection of this satellite here, so it will be restarted to twice to reduce the orbit into a 350 circular orbit. Okay, so in this way it will be providing some information. Okay, so this is about this topic. And now let us move on. So next topic, it is about India-Hong Kong bus synthetic diamond trading syndicate. So how many of you watched this movie called as Pushpa? So that Pushpa movie, it is depicting about a syndicate of sandalwood, red sandalwood. So in the same way here we have the syndicate of diamonds. Okay, so diamond trading which is happening to these syndicates. So this article is also very important. So in this business page you can see articles that is regarding core sector growth skids to 6 months low in November. So you have to know some important dimensions regarding this article. So you have to see like what is this core sector. And this core sector will have 8 important fields. So I will tell you the FERNS, 3 C's: fertilizer, electricity, refineries, natural gas, steel, coal, cement and crude oil. So all these are 8 important fields which comes under this core sector. So you have to see like what are the problems which are faced by this core sector, and you have to see what are the challenges and what is the way forward. So these are some important areas that you have to think, and this will be important from your means. And here just from the facts you will be getting question from your prelims. Okay, so this is very important. And next topic is India April to November physical deficit at 51%. So you have to see what is the meaning of physical deficit. That's it. And please let me know in the comment box like what is the meaning of physical deficit. And next one is India closing into lithium. It on to lithium deal with Argentina tapping Australia, Chile. So actually we need lithium. Lithium is very important for the making of batteries, especially the solar batteries. We are using this lithium, and lithium is highly available in this lithium triangle. So please let me know which are the countries which comes in as part of this lithium triangle. Okay, so that we are going to come with the sign of agreement. And for yesterday's question, so I asked about why farmers are not they don't want their children to do the same work. So I got a lot of responses. So I'm very happy with that. So I want to add 2 or 3 points for that. Okay, so if you want, you can make a note. Farmers are facing problems at not a single level, at each level. That is at the before sowing, during sowing, okay, before sowing and during sowing, at the development stage of the crop, and this one is during harvest, and this one is post harvest. And recently one survey says that so about 60% of farmers, they don't want their children to be a farmer. So what are the reasons here is because of lack of income, there is uncertainty in the market, okay, so there is no proper price, middleman, and climate also. And one more important dimension here is there are losses. And if you see the future of agriculture within like 30 years or next 25 to 30 years, so here average land holding sector, average land holding will be decreased. So why there is decreased? Because of our Indian law, that is inheritance of property. Because of inheritance of property, so this land holdings will be very less. So because of this, at that time contract farming will develop. Okay, so these are some important things that you have to see, and I want to congratulate the students who gave the good answers. Okay, so now let us move on. So these are some important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. Now let us see the notes. And if you want to get the notes, you can join the Telegram channel. Link is given in description box. And even if time permits, I will be showing you the Telegram channel as well. So if you are watching this video, don't skip the video. So please watch until end so that you will be getting lots and lots of points that even no one will be discussing with you. So the first article, it is about ULFA. So our union government, that is central government, and Assam government, they signed memorandum of settlement with this ULFA. ULFA is nothing but United Liberation Front of Assam. So what is this ULFA? So ULFA was formed on April 7th, 1979, originally seeking the restoration of Assam's sovereignty. Especially to seek this Assam sovereignty, they came up with this formation of this United Liberation Front of Assam. And the founders of this ULFA have been delivered Assam had been neglected and exploited by the Indian government for independence in 1947. So this ULFA says that for independence in 1947, so Indian government had been neglected and exploited this ULFA. So they advocated for either full independence or for such greater autonomy for this region. Okay, so Assam state is demanding that, so we will be becoming a separate country, or we need full independence, or else we need greater autonomy of the state. And in 1990, after increasing the militant activities like bombings and killings by this ULFA, and now central government banned the group and declared them as terrorists now. So this led to the crackdown by the security forces, but ULFA continued to be operated from the bases across the border. So these are some important facts regarding this ULFA. And now let us see what is this final peace deal which had been signed recently, and what are the provisions of this peace deal. So this historic peace accord with ULFA faction is expected to be signed. So it already signed on December 29th. And this deal contains 3 to 4 important points. So first one is constitutional provisions for protecting these indigenous communities. So they said that we are going to give you the constitutional provisions. And this one is financial packages for rehabilitation of militants. They are going to give some financial packages. And they will be also helpful in the scrutinizing of citizenship list to detect illegal migrants. So even to identify these illegal migrants, so they will be also giving you the list of who are the citizens. And this one is greater autonomy for Assam on security, culture, as well as economic matters. So all these things are very, very important. And next topic, it is about Odisha Zoo to get African lion and as well as cheetah from Dubai Park. So you have to see like what is the importance of this project. So why we need to bring them. So please think about that, and please let me know your opinion in the comment box. So meanwhile, I will have some water. Come on, do it fast. Day by day, I am feeling very, very cool. And what happened, in Hyderabad? So how many of you are staying in Hyderabad? So in Hyderabad, especially between 6 to 9 a.m. in the morning, so entirely it is covering with fog. So due to that, I am feeling very much irritated in my throat actually. So I can't continuously talk as earlier. So I have to take some water in between. So please let me know what is your opinion regarding this relocation of this animal project. So how it will be having impact on biodiversity and ecosystem. So how many of you started reading environment and ecology? So please start with this, because you will be getting 16 to 20 questions for sure in your prelims. And if you are very much thorough, then you can easily get around 14 to 15 questions correct out of the 16 to 20. Okay, so now let's come back and let us see the context. It says that Central Zoo Authority has allowed the Odisha government to carry out planned transfer of cheetah and as well as African lion, chimpanzee from Dubai Safari Park to Nandakannan Zoological Park, that is Nandakannan Zoological Park, which is located in Bhubaneswar. So where is Bhubaneswar located? It is in Odisha. So if you see, this is the context, And now let us see some details. It says that the Central Zoo Authority asked Wildlife Wing of the State Forest and Environment Department to keep requisite housing facilities ready in accordance with this guidance. So even they have to make some houses, okay, that should be made ready. And this park in exchange will also provide various animals to Africa, for example, hippopotamus, black buck, hog deer, gaur, red jungle fowl and gharial. This will be also given to this country, okay, especially in return. And now let us see some facts regarding this Nandakannan Zoological Park. So where it is located? It is located 15 kilometers from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. And it was inaugurated in 1960. And this Nandakannan Zoological Park, which holds distinction of being the first zoo in India, and this first zoo which is joining this World Association of the Zoos and Aquariums. So it is very important prelims fact. So you can get a statement regarding this as well. And actually this World Association of the Zoos and Aquariums, so it is a global alliance and it is focusing on animal care and as well as consensus as well. So it is recognized even for breeding Indian pangolins and white tigers, also a breeding ground for these leopards, mouse deers, lions, rattles and vultures. So this Nandakannan was the first world's captive crocodile breeding center and has been breeded this gharial in captivity in 1980. So in 1980 itself, so this park went for this breeding of gharials. So this is a map here, so where we can see this Nandakannan Wildlife Sanctuary. So here we have this Nandakannan Wildlife Sanctuary. So most of this Odisha which is covered with a forest, okay. So this is the thing that you can see here. And next topic is 11th century Jain sculpture discovered in Mysore district. So this topic, as I said, is very important from your art and culture point of view. So now let us see this topic in detail. So first of all, let us see why it is in news. So 3 11th century Jain sculptures, they were discovered at Varuna village in Mysore district. So in Mysore district they found that 11th century Jain sculptures, so that to belonging to the 3rd century. So if we are talking about some facts regarding this Jain sculpture reliefs, so the brilliance of this Jain sculpture can be seen from the delicate images of Jain Tirthankaras. So who are those Tirthankaras? For example, Prashvanath first, and next one here is Rishabhnath and as well as Mahavira. So for these 3 people, yes, we have good number of statues. So what is this Mathura School of Sculptures? So talking about Mathura School of Sculptures, the school was developed around Mathura and it is one of the important city of Uttarapata and even second capital of Kushnas. So these are some important basic facts that you have to remember regarding your prelims, because nowadays prelims become very hard and even we can't expect which is the right answer. So the images discovered here belongs to all 3 religions like Buddhism, Brahmanism and Jainism, and these were created by using red spotted sandstone. Okay, so it is mainly prepared by red spotted sandstone. So what are the important features of this Jain sculptures? That is the Mathura School of Architecture. So they depict Jinnah in a seating position or in a standing position. So here whenever it is standing, it will be straight with hands long enough to reach the knee. And next one is the seated Jinnah. So seated Jinnah is sitting in this pose called as Padmasana. Okay, so with hands in Dhyana Mudra and they are really nude. So the scriptures of this Jainism are also nude. So here Jaina venerates 24 Tirthankaras who were distinguished by different emblems on their throne or chest and a lion for Mahavira, bull for Rishabhnath, etc. So actually Jaina venerates here about 24 Tirthankaras and they are distinguished by the different emblems on their throne or chest. And this one is they are also donated relates to stupa, which is known as ayagapatas, in the form of square slabs depicting Jina, stupa and swastika, twin fish symbols and various essences, etc. So all these things which are present in this stupa. And now let us see next topic here. It is very important, is regarding disaster relief. So I said about the context why it is news because of this Tamil Nadu issue. And I also asked one question like how many of you are belonging to Tamil Nadu? So please let me know your answer in the comment box. Okay, and one more thing here is, if you really like this class, please do like the video, and please do share this video in your friends groups as well, so that it will be boosting me. Okay, and whenever you are seeing the comments, so please do comment. So if you are if you are doing comments or if you are liking the video, so the video will goes viral in the YouTube. So that's what I need. So please do hit like button, and please do if you have any doubts, please do share your doubts in the comment box. So if you're talking about here national disaster, so recently we had slap between central and Tamil Nadu governments. So in these two spells of heavy rainfall, so the state has been disheartening for these strugglings on the robust build of their lives. So actually what happens because of this disaster, which is affecting their lives a lot, because of loss of life, because of loss of poverty, etc. Because of loss of property, etc. So they are getting into this poor and poor day by day. So what are the qualifications of a national disaster? So there is no official or defined category for this national disasters of the nature. Okay, so it comes under this 2005 Disaster Management Act. So this act which defines this offence as a catastrophe, mishap, calamity or grave occurrence in any area, or arising from natural or man-made causes, or even by an accident. Okay, so if there is any substantial loss of life or human being or damage to human beings, and if it is destruction of and increasing of poverty, or the damage to or the degradation of environment, so all such will comes under this definition of this disaster now. So how this disaster relief is funded? So we have a National Disaster Response Fund. So we have NDRF, and this NDRF is mentioned in 2005 Disaster Management Act. Okay, so this NDRF which will be providing funds to the states. And this one is we have central government authority contributions. Okay, so actually this central government which already contributes around 75% to this SDRF, and generally we have 90% in the northeastern Himalayan states. So if talking about this finance commission, so which we will be setting up once in every 5 years, so which comes under Article 280 of Indian Constitution. So this sensitive finance successive finance commissions, they had been set up under this Article 280 for the Constitution, and we are framing the time from one time to another time. So it will determine the allocations of state disaster response fund of each state, and they will be also focusing on this financial year for entire award project. And this one is this 15th Finance Commission which had adopted a new methodology for the state-wise allocations. Okay, so it is nothing but the combination of capacity and as well as risk exposure and as well as hazard and vulnerability, and instead of existing methodology and expenditure based. So these are some important things that you have to remember. And apart from that, we are going to see some basic facts. So here from this basic facts, so you can expect a prelims based question. That is National Disaster Response Fund. So it is constituted under section 46 of Disaster Management Authority. Okay, so it has been established under this section 46 of Disaster Management 2005. And this one is we have this National Disaster Response Fund. So it is a fund which is managed by the central government, and it is used for meeting the expenses incurred during emergency relief, disaster response and rehabilitation in the event of the disaster. So all these works will be done by this National Disaster Response Fund, like it will be the what are the fund that is present, so that can be used for emergency relief, that can be used for disaster response, and that can be used for rehabilitation and reconstruction as well. And this NDRF, it is placed in the public account of Government of India to undersee the reserve fund not bearing the interest or not. So in this way here, so we have some organization, so which will be providing assistance to the loss. And next topic, it is about social inclusion. So this article is also at most important, and we are going to see this topic in detail. So globally, across the globe, 1.3 billion people, they were roughly facing with this issue of disability. And the sheer management highlights which had been importance of, it is talking about importance of addressing disability issues and as well as at a global scale. So it is focusing on management of this socially, or we can say like persons with disabilities, okay, on this global scale. So if you are talking about this global disabled population, 80% of people, they reside in developing countries, and those people, they will be focusing on emphasis that the higher prevalence of disabilities in less commonly developed regions. So actually what happens, so this article says that some information like, so across the globe, throughout the globe, the 1.3 billion people, they are roughly equivalent to entire population of India. So they are facing with this challenge of disability. And this magnitude which mainly says about the importance of addressing this disability, because there is a lots and lots of disability that is seen. And next one is on the global disabled population, 80% they will reside in the developing countries. So if we are talking about the countries, we have developed countries, developing countries and least developed countries. So about 80% of these disabled people, they are now living in these developing countries, and they are focusing especially on higher prevalence of disabilities in less economically developed regions. And if you are talking about the significance of this portion, so out of this 70% of people, so I said that 80% of people, they are living in the developing countries, and out of this again 70% of people, they are situated in the rural areas. So what are the challenges are faced by these people? Yes or no? We have to know the challenges. So first one is exclusionary practices. So these people, they are excluded. Yes, for example, in the jobs also many a times, so they will be not taken, this disabled people into jobs, etc. And they do not have proper practices, so that here they do not have proper even livelihood, and even they will be not liked by the individuals, and even there is a limited access to the education, reduced opportunities for these people, and even various forms of social and economic discrimination that will be faced by these people. And next one is inclusion of persons with disabilities into the economy, that will boost global GDP. That will helpful for increasing of GDP from 3% to 7%. So this is a study which said by Labour Organization. And even they are facing issue with employment opportunities. So the current employment scenario is limiting for the persons with disabilities, and even that is leading to creation of stereotypes, and even that is creating the barriers to enter into labor markets. So this goes against United Nations Convention on Rights of Persons with Disabilities Act. Okay, so we need to change the attitude of people towards this disabled people. And this one is, there are also rural challenges of facing. Okay, like in this disability inclusion, rural areas are facing a lot of challenges. Okay, and because they do not have the proper access to this employment and as well as education. And the persons with disabilities in rural areas, they are sometimes viewed as objects of charity rather than active participants. Rather than active participants, we are calling them as objects of charity. And this one is Spark project. So an international labor organization and International Fund for Agriculture Development, so in collaboration with the Women's Development Corporation Maharashtra, so they came with implementing of this Spark project. So through this project, persons with disabilities, they were put in lead, being identified from the villages, and they are trained, okay, And actually these trainers, so they will be going into the communities and they will be identifying this person with disabilities, and they are also acting as a caregivers of this persons with disabilities. And especially you are also having some self-help groups which are led by this woman, and even other stakeholders are there. So under this project they are going for raising of awareness about disability inclusion. So what can be done? So what is the way forward, or what steps can be taken? So first important step we can take here is we can come with a comprehensive inclusive policy. So we have to think about the policies and we have to redesign our system, so which are excluding this disabled people. And we can also come up with collaborative process with the persons with disabilities. Okay. And next one is we can go for implementation of the bottom to up approach. So bottom to up approach is very much crucial for disability inclusion in the rural areas. And we have to ensure that the persons with disabilities, they are recognized as active contributors to the society. And this one is even private sector need to be included, because they are also the key players in the society, and these private players will also helpful for generation of employment or creation of employment opportunities for this persons with disabilities. And this one is attitudinal shift and social justice. So we have to promote the Spark project, okay, at the societal and as well as at the administrative levels. And we have to achieve social justice. For example, we have to go for prioritization of this people with disabilities. For example, in the aspects of development, in aspects of rural areas, etc. And this one is we can go for global prioritization of this disabled inclusion. So there is urgent need at the global level, like we have to address the disabilities, or we have to address the challenges of these people with the disabilities, and what are the disabilities are there, so they should not act as a barrier for their development. And we have to go for a comprehensive commitment to inclusivity, and we have to recognize that true development requires the active participation of all. So whenever you are talking about active participation of all, so even the people with disabilities should be included in that. So this is about this idea of this article. And I want to show about this mains answer writing practice course. So we already launched this course on 25th of December. So if you want, you can join now also. So till January 10th, the admissions will be going on. So whenever you want, you can take the admission. So this course is especially useful for the beginners. And let me know like how many of you are getting improved by watching this current affairs analysis. So based on that, if you have belief on me or if you have trust on me, so you can come and you can join this, and the live classes will be taken by me on every Sunday. Okay, so this course we are including all your GS like GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, and we are going to give you the schedule. So based on that schedule, you are going to write daily one answer, and on Sundays you will be having essay or case study. So this will be a very, very successful course. So to improve your answer writing skills, to get the content, because we are also going to provide you the model answer, and there will be detailed evaluation of your answer. So in this way, this is very, very useful. So try to join this course. It will be having enormous benefits. Okay, and one more thing here is we will be having the live class. So that live class we are going to write live essay and as well as case study, and even we are going to discuss some main important topics in the classes. Okay, so this will be very, very useful. Try to join this course, and the cost here is 8,200 rupees. So if you can't pay this amount in one go, you can pay in 2 installments. So if you want to contact me directly, so you can call me on this number 8074765513. Okay, so even this is WhatsApp number, you can contact me on WhatsApp also, and even you can text me on Telegram. Okay, so that's all for today, and I want to show you where this channel is there. One minute. Yeah, what happened? Okay, I can't show right now. Yeah, so this is Rathods IS classes. So this is a Telegram channel of Rathods IS. So we will be posting the notes here. So if you want to download, you can download here. Okay, so this is the channel where we are posting the notes. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you really like this class, hit the like button and don't forget to share this class to your friends. And please do subscribe to Rathods IS Academy. Thank you so much for watching.